You guys must have seen a guy doing supermoto stuff on the Guerrilla 450, drifting, attacking corners and whatnot on a go-kart track. Well, removing few parts on the motorcycle and making it lighter, and importantly, swapping to a more stickier tires, well, we could see what the motorcycle was capable of. Well, of course, in the hands of a skilled rider. Well, here Royal Enfield has launched the Guerrilla Apex 450 and they have done just that. They have swapped the tires to a stickier one and changed the rider triangle to make it more committed. Well, I'm actually excited to ride this one and check out what difference this makes. And what better place than the track. Let's gas it. To start with, the upgraded tyres make a big difference to how the bike performs on track. They give you the confidence to push, even though it's a long wheelbase and slightly heavier motorcycle. With a sharper rake angle and this stickier road bias tyres, corner entry and change of directions are a lot easier. You don't really have to manhandle it. The lowered handlebar also adds to that more committed and confident feel when attacking the corners. Even with that strong torque coming in from as low as 3000 rpm and going up to 6000, 7000 rpm, the bike held up well and the tyres never lost traction. Mid-corner though is where I did feel a bit of twitchiness. Grip wasn't the issue, it was more about the suspension setup. It always feels slightly on the edge, so you need to stay mindful and focused when pushing the motorcycle hard. The brakes on the other hand are progressive and predictable, not very sharp, but they do the job well. It's not an out-and-out track tool like the Dukes, but it's definitely fun, gives you a bit of thrill and works well for occasional track days. What a beautiful place. We are at Umiam Lake and the weather looks amazing. But yeah, let's get back to the motorcycle and talk about the ergonomics. So what Royal Enfield has done with the Apex is that they have repositioned the handlebar. It sits a bit low and forward bias, so you get this committed feel with the motorcycle and you can do spirited riding. Though it's not that aggressive, and on city and on twisties, you will actually enjoy the motorcycle a lot. Out here on the twisty mountain roads of Shillong, Ari couldn't have picked a better place for us to test it. Not much has changed mechanically, it's the same engine with no real updates, but that core character is still strong. There's a solid mid-range punch and it pulls clean without needing to be wrung out. Overtakes are easy too. Unlike something like the KTM Duke 390 or the Triumph Speed 400, which build their power in a more aggressive and peaky manner, this feels more muscular with a strong fat torque spread that's delivered more evenly. That gives it a very different character compared to the KTMs and the Speed. As you push it higher up the rave range, you do start to notice vibrations creeping in. It's not at its happiest there, so keeping it in the mid to slightly upper raves feels like the sweet spot. Suspension-wise, it remains unchanged. It can feel slightly stiff over rough patches, but nothing too uncomfortable. On smooth roads though, it really comes into its own, especially during spirited riding. Now you also get updated ride modes, Street and Sport. We couldn't test the Street mode properly due to the short ride experience, but we'll cover it once we get the motorcycle for review back home. Speaking about the ergonomics of the bike, it's slightly more committed than before, but not to the point where it becomes uncomfortable. You can still do long rides on this without being exhausted. Looks are subjective, but I do like how it has come together. The lowered handlebar along with the headlight cowl and rear seat cowl gives it a slightly more sleek look. The red color is my favorite, though it's priced lower than the other two colors, but it really stands out. Now, apart from the updates done to the motorcycle, Royal Enfield has also updated their application. The previous version of the application wouldn't let you access the map on the tripper if your phone screen is locked. But with the new update, you can access the map on the tripper even if the screen is locked. However, this only works on the Android phone and it doesn't work on the iOS as of now. Also, I like how fast the application connects to the tripper dash. To whatever updates the Royal Enfield has done to the Guerrilla 450 Apex, I would have also liked that they would have slightly worked on the suspension setup and also this foot peg, because one problem I faced on the track was the foot peg was scraping a lot. So the changes are not much, but whatever changes has been done, well, it's in the right direction and the bike is more fun to ride now compared to what it was before. So that's about it from my side. What do you think about the Guerrilla 450 FX? Let us know in the comments below. Ciao.